Hey family, welcome to One on One with your boy Cut Nice 50. Hope y'all out there having a good day. Unfortunately, man, we're breaking some bad news out there. I know y'all done heard by now. If you're in the bodybuilding community, the death of Neil Curry. He was a classic physique IFBB pro. I think he signed with Hostile recently. I know it's been less than a year he signed with him. Great athlete, generally known for his conditioning, comes in extra shredded. And I think he took a little bit of time out to grow in size so he can go into open bodybuilding because he was pretty much maxed out of his weight. That's why he always come in razor sharp. But I think by his standards, not at his best because he has to lose muscle to make that classic physique. But unfortunately, man, we lost him. And I think the news was saying to apparent suicide. As y'all know, as a nutritionist, man, my biggest thing is mental health. I had so many people I know commit suicide, suffer from mental health issues, and it's especially today, man. It's bad. That's why I partner with Envision You. Y'all already see me. You see my videos. You see everything I'm talking about calm, especially when you're fighting anxiety, mental health issues, depression, anything else. Calm, it speaks for itself. So if you're interested in calm, ask me a question. Look it up. Hit the link in the description below. Find out for yourself, man. Like I said, it speaks for itself. I don't have to say too much. Certain things you can't say what it can and cannot do on different platforms, whether it's YouTube, the algorithm, AI, whatever the case may be. They either don't promote your products or they don't say that out there or censor you or whatever the case. So you got to be mindful in those wording however you speak about a product. Especially talking about the benefits and what it can and cannot do for you. But I'm going to just tell you right now, the benefits are amazing. The product speaks for itself, and whatever it claims that it does, it will do it for you. And it's naturally vegan friendly, all that good stuff. But let's go ahead on back to Nathan, man. Neil Curry. I'm talking about Nathan also, who just won his 10th win. In the bodybuilding community, man, normally we kind of forget about the great athletes, especially if they're not posting, they're not competing lately. A lot of people doubt him. I know how amazing this guy was. He's just not, he has an accent, so he's not on social media like that. He's old school, like myself. He's old school. He just want to work out, train, spend time with his family, focus on business and other things. And he treats bodybuilding as a business itself, even though he loves doing it. He's amazing at it. He has other priorities that come before the Olympia, before bodybuilding. But he does love what he do. And, it's not really a comeback story. I don't call it a comeback. It's just him winning his 10th win, just like he said. He is one of the best. So the Olympia, like you say, it's still a show. For him, I think he treats it as a business. He said it before, if you ever listen to him, that if it's not beneficial for him and his family, then he's not going to do it. So say if he's not winning, the money you spend traveling from the UK over here, hotel rooms, family, bodybuilding gets expensive. And I'm only in the NPC and all this and that. And once I did nationals was expensive. I came in second place, but that's when they switched the rules to only the top, the winner of each class get their pro card. So that's when they switched the rules in the Olympia and everything else. Only the top, top 5 now? Whatever they changed it to, only those qualify instead of when it was more who qualified. So I was affected by that. But, we brought a better packages, so it's no complaints on me. I don't doubt that if I wanted to continue to pursue it, that I would get that pro card. And I did it master. So I don't know. I'm taking a little time out. I'm getting back into it. Next year, I will be probably stepping back on stage. I just don't know where I'm going to go. It might be OCB or just an all natural show, since I'm promoting more natural products and things of that nature. Like I say, I generally don't speak too much about my status and all the other stuff, because it doesn't matter. If you enhance natural, whatever the case would be, it's still hard work. It takes time to build muscle, training properly, eating properly. And everybody has their own struggles, man. It's just going to take you a little bit longer if you choose to do it naturally versus if you choose to do it enhanced. Just like all these other things, I know that once you go to that anabolic realm, they say it's a lot of other mental health issues that come into play because of some of the stuff that they do take is toxic. So, I done had many clients who are enhance, especially a lot of women. They was taking things that kind of damage their mental health. And I always tell them, just like anybody else, make sure you're getting your blood work, especially after the pandemic. Make sure you get your blood work checked, consult with your physician, check your blood work periodically. I don't care if it's every 3-4 months, but you need to make sure you're on top of it. And everything else will come into play. So like I said, next year, I just don't know which league. I'm checking it out now. I know some amazing natural athletes out there. I know some enhanced athletes out there. They're still amazing, great people. And I plan on getting them on, sooner or later, and just finding out. But, I know they say Neil was suffering from mental health issues. We just don't know. I don't know if his family spoke out yet about it, or they did an autopsy or anything else that came into play. I just know that it's unfortunate that we losing another great athlete young. I'm tired of seeing these young guys die and pass under 40, in the early 30s, 20s, you name it. And that's after years of years of being enhanced. I say it like that. I told the athletes every day pretty much, and I tell them, hey, let your physique max out first. You ain't even reach your full natural potential if you're only 18, 20 years old, 30 years old. And I get it. Natural bodybuilding is not a must-see because the physiques ain't freaky. There's not like that. It's not like the IFBB. I wish the IFBB did have the category for natural athletes, just like the OCB, and that probably would expand their business. I like the things that Tyler Manning is doing right now. All of them. I like the stuff that they're putting out right now, Olympia TV and everything else. I love what they're doing, especially on that standpoint. They done changed the weight limit. They done changed, they're going to do the heights, because that affected me one show. And I think before I qualified, I still came in second that show. I should have won, but they said I heighted a little bit shorter than what I was height, so I had to go run 3 miles to lose 5 pounds or whatever the case. I think it was like 2 pounds, but I lost 5 pounds. And guess what? The next day, it looked like a water buffalo. At that time, I looked good still, but, you can't run before a show. I think, what's my guy? Terrence Ruff and Ruff Diesel. I'm pretty sure when he came in over the weight and they title was on point, your body shrinks and stuff like that. So I think measuring your height once you get pro or whatever the case, I think they need to do an NPC also, because that's 5-10 pounds of muscle that you're taking away or gaining or whatever the case may be. And that's detrimental. You can't train like that. You can't, you be stressed out worrying about if you're going to make weight for this show, because you done went through a whole prep, and it's unfortunate. Now you're an inch or two, an inch shorter or half an inch shorter, which can make the difference between 2 to 5 pounds up to 10 pounds. So, I think it was only maybe 5 pounds of my, on my situation, but that only happened once for me. And then at nationals, I came in pretty much 10 pounds under the weight just because of that issue. And I didn't want to go through that, especially after all the money you done put in going for these shows. So that's just something on my standpoint. But like I said, man, we done lost a lot of great athletes. I know y'all know it. Neil Curry was just another incident out there, and my prayers out to his friends and family in their time of grief right now, man. Hostile. I know Fuad is going to do a little bit probably for his family and things of that nature. So it's just unfortunate, man. You hear these news, but it's not shocking, sadly. I myself, I hope I be always messing up how to say his name. Ian Valier just retired, and he's, I think, not even 32 or something, still young. And I'm pretty sure y'all know Ian. He spoke clearly a lot about his mental health and things of that. He used to always take to social media and read the comments and get down on himself. And he says what's on his mind. So, but I think he used to let it get to him. But now at this time, he had the chest thing that's going on with him, other issues that's going on, the Olympia. But he did win the show and qualify for it. So I think they say he was in prep. But I'm pretty sure he retired because, you know, when people started criticizing you again, he done went through that. He's getting older. He wants to probably focus on family now. I don't think he got them kids, but he's getting around that age now. He's married, business, you name it. It's more than bodybuilding out there. You got to have a life. You got to have balance. You got to. He already have business. He got money. He got a nice family. He got C-Bum right there, one of the most popular athletes in the world. So he has plenty of avenues out there to go through. He doesn't need bodybuilding. So I commend him from going ahead, stepping away from the stage. And y'all see him on Fua's podcast out there. He does his own thing on social media. He's very open, him and his wife, on their YouTube channel. So they do what they got to do, man. So I don't judge nobody for going ahead and doing whatever you consider was best for you. If you're going to take a break, step away from the stage. He did everything he had to do. He's pretty much considered the best Canadian bodybuilder of all time right now, because I think he has the most wins. He placed highest at the Olympia as a Canadian. So he done did everything he had to do. Yes, he didn't win one, but this is a hard worker. He didn't have great genetics as far as structure to go, but he was a massive, come in, shredded condition, and a hard worker. You've seen him training, strong as an ox, but he has been training for a while. And in my personal opinion, he needs a break. Your body, I see a lot more issues, and everybody talking about these athletes, their body starting to deteriorate. You got to think, any time you're training that long and you're enhanced, yes, it's not natural. It's still not safe, but your body can respond sooner or later, and it's aging no matter what you're doing. It don't matter if your hands are natural, your body is always constantly aging. So as hard as he trains, yes, your muscles grow, they get bigger and all this other things. What other damage is you doing to it? Because it's growing rapidly at a faster pace. Myself personally, I think it's aging also faster as a natural pace. Yes, it's getting bigger, you're getting the muscle, you're getting everything else, but sooner or later that muscle has to decrease. That's on everybody. You know, generally with age, you see most people lose their legs. I myself personally, I never had big legs, unless when I did play professional football and I was over 300 something pounds, then my legs used to come in. I'm never getting back to that weight. The max I was 360 pounds of 9X. And now I'm sitting at what, 235, 240. Probably compete normally at classic. I did 220 was my stage weight. And I think it probably shrunk a little bit because I was 6'2" with shoes, so 6'1.5", whatever, without. So, you know, closer to the show, I think you measure yourself, you a little bit shorter, and that's what I was saying with the height thing. So it is a little bit different, but I wanted to give y'all a little bit of updates, man. I ain't gonna talk too much about it, but prayers out to Neil Curry and his family and friends in their time of need. Ian, congratulations on his new journey, retirement, stepping away from bodybuilding, even though he's probably going to do some promoting. He did coach C-Bum for a while, so he's going to have a whole lot of options. He can do whatever he want to do. He has, he's still with the Rise Nutrition and everything else like that. Congratulations to Nathan out there. 10th Pro win, and he's competing, I think, what is it, this week coming up or next week? But that was a great battle. Him and Regan Grimes out there. Regan did look good. He looked a bit bigger. He just wasn't ready for Nathan. I just put it like that. He peaking and you got new muscle. It just don't look the same. Yes, he's improved. Even if he tightened up, will he retain that muscle? It's not gonna be the same. He just need time. He's still a young guy. That he just like what's his name? He was number 2, Derek Lunsford, man. The guy is growing like a beast. He just ain't gonna never have the density like Hottie. You can train. He's gonna be bigger. His physique is phenomenal. He has the best V-taper out there. I mean, so he's gonna have his strength, and it was still close. But I don't think nobody's gonna beat Hottie this year. He's gonna have one more, and then unless I tell you like this, who can probably beat Hottie? Nigerian Lion, my guy Samson Dada. If Samson came in razor sharp like Hottie or any of these guys in that size, or if he just came in at 300 something pounds on stage, how to clean his lines look, I think he can do it. But as far as anybody. You know, if Derek came in as highly conditioning, he might can do it. So it's gonna be close, but I'm just going off of logic and what I done seen the last couple of years. I don't think Hottie's gonna come in bigger, just like he was last year, but he's gonna have that old Hottie conditioning because it done sat on him for a year and he hasn't slowed down. He hasn't competed. He just was on his training, hard work. So I don't think nobody's gonna be Hottie. I know that I see him hating on him a little bit about his post shoulders and delts. These guys inject, so of course they're gonna inject somewhere else, but it's still not noticeable on stage. It doesn't matter how you look off season and whatever you got to do. This guy trains like an animal. I don't know if y'all ever went to where he's at, but believe me, that's all they do is live bodybuilding. He's not doing nothing else. He do construction, family. He's always a hard worker. This guy works hard yearly, so it's not like nothing new. And so of course he doesn't have time for social media like that. We want it because we in America and we spoiled. We want to see more. We want to see what these guys doing because we're used to it. A lot of these guys, they're great at social media. Regan, Nick Walker, you name it. All these guys are great at social media, but it gets taxing, especially if you get busy. I'll be out there. I used to put out a whole lot of content, especially on IG and everything else. But my son just turned 11 months today, other kids, stepson birthday in the morning. So, you know, when you got family, you working, you got other businesses and stuff going on, and you don't have no extra help to do content and things of that nature, it's time consuming, and sometimes you just don't have the time to do it. You got to put your priorities first and keep going. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this one right here, man. This was just a quick update on Neil Curry, Ian Valliere, Nathan giving his props for his 10th win. Looking forward to all the news, updates, and bodybuilding. Y'all ain't seen me for a while, but I am back. It's your boy, Cut Nice 50. This is one-on-one with Cut Nice 50. So we're going to probably be dropping 2-3 videos out there. I'm going to have a couple in there. You're going to see the Evolve Nutrition hat. But don't forget to check out Calm. Check out all the supplements. All the products that we have, man. Evolve Nutrition. Y'all know I'm the spokesman. Hey, we're almost out of our last stock before we do our rebranding. But I'll do a whole video on that for itself and just updates on it. Let y'all know what the plans is. We're working on other flavors, but we're going to probably shut it down and focus on Envision You for a while until the mid 2020. It's 2023 now, so mid 2024. Have different flavors, things of that nature. So the people who've been rocking with us for a while, man, since the last couple of years, we appreciate y'all. Hey, we got some bigger and better things coming for you, but believe me, we got you covered with Envision You products, other supplements out there. We're going to be doing our product reviews, with my ASI Nutrition segment. So we're going to have many product reviews. You got a supplement out there you want me to try, shoot me a message me, and I put them out there. We partner with other companies out there. And if it's great products, I'm going to mention it. If I use it, I'm going to tell you how it is. You don't have to be trapped in the box, man. There's plenty of great companies out there. There's plenty of great products out there. So you got to use whatever you can use, but word of mouth do go for itself. You see, I got these sprays right here. I got 11 more calm sprays that going fast out there. I have another health and wellness event coming up. But we got Crave for weight management out there. We got Vision if you're having eyesight problems out there. And I got that Empowered for lasting energy. I'll be on this. And I'm doing my transformation right now, man. Like I said, I'm getting back into prep. Natural bodybuilding I'm gonna do next year, stepping on stage. I just don't know which organization I'm gonna go with. I'm thinking about OCB, but we're gonna go off that and dreaming, especially if you need to sleep, you're having a problem sleeping, you want to definitely try dreaming. Lack of energy, like I said, all day you want to try that. And for fat loss and everything else, you got to try your B-Fit. My B-Fit is upstairs in my bag, but I'm always on that before I do my cardio or walking. I'm always using it, man. I'm slimming down and retaining my muscle. That's always a big thing when you diet, and retaining that muscle mass. So, hey, we're going to end this spiritual boy, Cut Nice Video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. We back. And with that,